Hey everyone, it's me, Winona, aka Blithe Dream. Now today I'm going to be showing you a casual makeup routine, I guess you could call it, that I've been kind of perfecting the different elements to this, and it's good for like going to school. Probably not like if you have a strict school with a makeup policy or whatever, but so start off with, I'm going to prime my face. My favourite primer ever is Victoria's Secret Make It Last Prime and Set Makeup Spray. And one of the main ingredients is glycerin, which is really good for adhering makeup to the skin. And like Nikki Tutorials, she uses the Nivea Men's Post Shave Balm, and that's like got a lot of glycerin too. And this is even easier because it's in a spray bottle. So all I do is like lift my fringe up and then that's all I do to prime my skin. If I was going somewhere where I was going to have makeup on for ages and be sweating and like dancing and stuff, I might do like a lotion or something. Just for school, I cannot be bothered. So yeah. So because I'm going to be putting on powder foundation, I'm not going to be wearing liquid. So I'm going to just put on the Tony Moly CC cream, and it's SPF 20, which nowadays isn't that high, but I'll just be inside anyway. So I just put some into my hand. It adjusts itself to your skin color. Oh, that's probably a bit much, but anyway. Then I'm going to grab my Real Techniques Expert face brush. And next I'm going to use the M.A.C Prep and Prime highlighter in Radiant Rose. You just twist it up, and I just use a little bit of this under my eyes to like get rid of bags and redness, and I use that same brush to just buff it on. Now I'm going to focus on my brows. I'm going to use the M.A.C Clear Brow Gel, which I've nearly run out of, and I get some of that. Now I'm going to grab my eyebrow pencil. Now this one's very similar to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, but it's called Eyebrow Pencil with Elliptical Core, which means it twists up. And I just got it from Dasio, and it was only like $1 or something. So this is just how it looks. So I'm just going to feather that through the ends of my brow. So I did the same thing for both eyebrows, and now I'm going to grab my brow powder, and I use the Inglot brow powder number 569, and I'm going to use the Napoleon Perdis brush 8 from the Professional Brush Roll, and I'm just going to grab a bit of that powder. And just use that to complete the brow. So I did that to both brows. Now I'm going to be grabbing my concealer from M.A.C, and this is the Studio Finish concealer, and it's in NW15, which is like one of the lightest shades. I think they do NW10 as well. So I'm just going to grab my favourite concealing brush, which is a brush 16 from the Napoleon Perdis brush roll, and I just kind of swirl it around in there, and I'm going to just gently and minimally outline your brow with the concealer, just to clean up the brow and make it look a little bit more polished. So I did that to both eyebrows. Now I'm going to go around my face and set everything. And this powder is the Chanel Natural Finish Loose Powder in number 10, which is white or translucent. And you can just use any powder. I have this because my mum bought it so long ago, and because this is a powder, it's kind of okay. So my mum bought it and she never used it because she didn't like using it, and she doesn't really use too much makeup stuff, so she prefers a dewy look. So I pinched this a while ago off her, and it's actually lasting ages and ages. So I'm going to grab my other, just the same brush as I used before, but I have one for powder and one for liquid. This is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. And I'm just going to minimally dust this all over my face. You can even put it through the eyebrows if you made them a little bit too dark, because like too dark eyebrows is just going to make you look pretty silly when you only have light makeup on, you're not wearing falsies or anything. So now we're just going to contour and do blush and highlight. So to start off with, I'm going to grab my M.A.C Pro palette and use this colour here, which is Harmony. And this is the e.l.f. contouring brush, which I'm not sure if you can even get this in Australia. I got this sent to me with a Depop purchase as an extra because the girl didn't need it. So just gently dab in and dab on the line of your contour. Don't bring it too far forward. And then you can kind of go diagonally and blend it out. See the difference that's made in slimming my face? Then I'm going to grab the Real Techniques setting brush and just going to really gently contour my nose. Now it's time for blush. I like using two blushes normally. A darker one that kind of blends into the contour and then a lighter one that blends into the highlight. So I'm going to start off with a darker colour, which is Breath of Plum by M.A.C. And I'm just going to grab a bit of that on my Real Techniques blush brush and put it on the kind of lower half of my apple. Then I'm going to grab M.A.C Full of Joy and the M.A.C Kelly Osbourne buffing brush, and I'm just going to grab a lot of that and blend it upwards towards where my highlight is going to go. Now for my highlight, I'm going to be using another M.A.C product, which is Lightscapade, and this brush is from a fake M.A.C set and it's called M.A.C 190, but I am almost certain that this is not what the real M.A.C 190 looks like. So because I'm quite pale, I need to pack on my highlight. So I use a flat kind of foundation brush. I'm just swirling like that. If you have a darker skin tone and the highlight's going to show up a bit more, maybe use a fan kind of brush. Then for just a little bit more sparkle, I'm using a M.A.C Mineralise eyeshadow duo in Love Connection. And that's what it looks like. I'm just going to get a tiny bit of the lighter colour. Now mascara is such a personal preference, so everyone's going to have their own like combination. You really need to play around with different combinations. Maybe just one suits you, maybe like a lot of different ones suit you. So what I do first is I do the lower lashes. So when I look like this, the top lashes don't get all up in like the crease and stuff. So first I'm using M.A.C Upwards Lash, which is a really good lower lash mascara because it's got a little tiny wand. So I'm just going to apply that to my bottom lashes. Now I'm going to grab my second mascara once I've done a coat on both my bottom sets of lashes, and I'm going to grab They're Real by Benefit, which is a great waterproof mascara. So I'm just going to use that, and it's great because it has like a ball on the end that you can kind of, once you apply it like this, then you can just like use the ball. Now I'm going to start on my top lashes, and I am using the Lancôme Grandiose, which is really interesting because it has, I've done a review on this, like a swan neck shaped wand. So I'm just going to put a coat on my top lashes now that I've done a coat of upwards lash and a coat of their real on my bottom lashes. Now that I've done one coat of mascara on my upper lashes with the Lancôme Grandiose, I'm going to do a second coat, second and final coat with the They're Real. So I've just done my final coats of mascara, and the last thing to do is my lips. So I'm just going to grab my M.A.C Full Colour Lip Cream, and this does not dry down to a matte finish, and it's in the colour Orchid Bouquet. So yeah. So this is the final look.